got the beer versus wine dinner that's going to be coming up, the Redux second episode. Mitch and I are on our way to the restaurant where this is going to be held, and we're going to be doing the preview tasting. We're going to check out the menu, taste all the things that the chef has prepared, and we're going to choose the beers to go with each course. You're going to be along with it and see how we do. It's a big deal because last year when we won, well, we won, but it was by a fairly narrow margin. This year we're going to see if we can widen that gap a little bit. In case anybody thinks that Mitch and I have an easy job of just going around tasting amazing food and deciding on beers to pair with them, that's not true. There's a lot more complexity to what we do. Mitch also had to judge beers at the GABF this year.
Yes, and I can never convince anybody how hard and difficult that can be.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're getting geared up, and we've got plenty of beer to choose from. Eric is the sommelier here at the restaurant, and so that's how he's kind of playing. He's playing the role. And are you actually pulling for wine, or you're good either way?
I am good either way. I really am, because being a sommelier, I do a lot of beers, I do a lot of liquors, cordials, all kinds of stuff like that too. But you know, I love wine too, so I'm kind of torn. So it's between you and Barry. Yeah. So I kind of stay on it. I'm the mediator.
I have to say that I'm almost. There's some small bit of me that says I'm kind of rooting for wine this time around. The underdog coming in, you know, we're the returning champion. And also, if they manage to pull it out and win this time around, well, then it's a 1-to-1, and then there'll be a need for a tiebreak.
Personally, I think that for this particular menu, I think that you have a really good chance, just as you did last year. There's a lot of things on here that I could see that a good beer, I could easily pick out some beers myself that could go along with any one of these things.
And here we come with the first course.
For the tasting, it's actually going to be aji, which is more of a mackerel family fish, so it's going to be a little fattier.
Okay, yeah.
This is a little bit leaner than that, but we didn't have aji for today. So.
Well, I've fished mackerel, so I think that gives me a natural advantage. If you catch it, you got to clean it. You got to do what you got to do. Excuse me while I go to my my stash here. Everybody's loving the Midas Touch right now.
It's really good.
Yeah.
No, because those wine guys, they got a sweet tooth to them. Drinking all those residual sugar, Rieslings, and all that.
The foie is very big and rich, and the cooking techniques in cooking are perfection, and so you really have to step out and do something that's going to bring those flavors together.
Well,
okay.
I want to go with quad.
Okay. I'm good with that because I thought it worked real well. I like the double just a little bit more because of the intense molasses caramely thing going on. But
Sold.
Okay.
You're good.
This is quite something already, and we're only on the second course.
Second course. Four more to go.
4 more to go. Yeah, exactly. That's right. 6 courses.
Fish and chips.
Oh, the fish and chips.
Oh, fish and chips. Okay. This is the fish and chips.
This is the fish and chips.
This is not how. Okay, I'll take back the camera here. This is not how I would normally envision a fish and chips.
This is a new spin on fish and chips.
It definitely is a new spin.
The macerated fish ball, lightly coated with breadcrumbs, fried, and then served with some malt vinegar powder, which is an unusual in it to itself. And this is just the new twist on food.
Well, believe it or not, we're having difficulty. I've got one small bite right there left. You can tell that Mitch and I we're dedicated to our art. Self-sacrificing, that's our nature.
Yes. So one more.
Especially scanning through the table and looking at the bottles this low.
We'll open hundreds of dollars worth of beer.
Whatever.
Take a sip out of each one. Actually, that's painful because you are going to be sharing this with your team, right?
Oh yes. Oh,
okay.
Come on now.
Good,
no,
good. Just as long as none of this is going to waste.
My team, everybody's team. Yeah. The hotel.
As long as we don't. I'll open them all day long. As long as I'm not going down the drain.
Oh, believe me, we're going to bring this back in the little crates, and
nice.
We're going to have at it.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Gordon. Actually, the Gordon works a little bit better.
I think this works a little bit better.
This is quite possibly one of the best beers I've ever had out of a can.
Oh. Quite possibly?
Quite possibly.
I think it has to be the very best beer that you've ever had out of a can. Our work here is not yet finished.